Well, welcome everyone.
Hello.
We're back. We are back.
Hi.
Good to see you this evening.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. We are so glad you're here. I
Absolutely.
am Sharita Cromell.
I am Winston McLean.
I am Sylvia Grant.
And we are totally us, unscripted. Like it was totally unscripted that Carol was going to say her name like that. Like we was trying not to look over. It's like every other show she gives that little whisper name.
Yeah.
And that's so unscripted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unscripted.
Very.
Well,
so they think I'm predictable.
yeah, but you are not. No, you
at all.
definitely are not.
I won't sing the song. It won't be appropriate, right?
Yeah. We on a Christian network. You want to start singing the second song. But hey, you know, our audience, we have a mixture of an audience.
We do.
I'm
So
sure
we
gotta
reach the people.
Right.
We
With
are
a sprinkle of this and a sprinkle of that.
Let them know
we are
that we'll
reaching.
we
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we always start off with highlighting a Black-owned business.
Yes.
And so for tonight, I want to highlight our first business here is Crystal Bella's Bars and Herbs.
Okay.
She is a soap dealer and total life changer.
Ooh.
She makes and creates artesian soaps
Okay.
with all natural oils
Okay.
and luxurious ingredients.
Mm.
She uses natural additives and exfoliates for a unique, luxurious cleansing experience.
All right.
And so I personally know her. I have
Oh,
actually
nice.
had a few of her bars.
Okay.
And they really do work. Like it's really good for your skin.
Oh,
really?
They smell really good. Like the ones you like, they smell really good. They really
Okay.
do. And I mean, balls, not the
Okay.
little, you know, the store in the mall that sell the,
Yeah.
she like that, but natural.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but her,
right.
she cut them and stuff all up.
Okay.
But I wanted to highlight her. Her information is on the screen. You can follow her at Bella's Bars and Herbs on Facebook
Right.
and
Okay.
Instagram. You can also go to her website,
Okay.
www.bellabarsandherbs.com.
Okay.
And so check them out, guys. Hey, if you want to check her out.
Yeah, that sounds like a
definitely.
really great
Yes.
birthday gift.
Ooh.
I wonder if there's a birthday coming up. I'm
Ooh.
just-
It is the birthday coming up.
Mm.
I wonder what smells does the birthday girl like in
Yeah,
fragrances.
let's see.
Maybe
Well,
somebody can help.
Well, since you all know the perfumes that I like, I'm sure that you'll know the fragrances that I like in bars.
Okay.
But anyway,
So,
That was a shameless plug.
all right. So
moving right along.
we will be shopping
At Bella, so
Bella's.
Crystal Bella, get
Don't
ready.
worry.
We are coming
We're
to
coming your
you.
way.
Right. All right. Oh, well, thank you so much for featuring our Black-owned business.
Yeah.
Definitely interested in those scents and smells and things. And so why are we here, everyone? Why are we here? We are, of course, here inspiring intentional living.
Yes.
And so I too want to give a quote this
beautiful.
evening.
Let's see.
This quote is from Zig Ziglar, and the quote says, "What you get by achieving your goals are not as important as what you become by achieving your goals." So we are here inspiring intentional living, right?
Yes.
And so the question I have for you all is, what will you do this week to intentionally contribute to who you are becoming?
Wow.
Okay. All
Yeah.
Wow. That's good.
And if you're
good.
feeling a little froggy, you can even put a comment in the comment
Okay.
section
All
of what do
right.
I intend to do this week that will inspire intentional living
Okay.
as to who I want to
See
become.
where we
I see where you went with that.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all right. Thank you, Ziggy.
All right.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Sheesh, that
well,
was a
what
good
leads
question.
us
Thank
into
you.
our topic for this evening is
Dun, dun, dun,
Ooh.
dun.
communication.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
communication in all types of relationships, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we know that's the big one, big one, big one. We've
Yeah.
been getting asked different questions about communications in your friendships, with your families, and etc. So here we are tonight.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here
now.
we go.
I think a good thing is we try to get in what the audience
Yeah,
is
we
asking
try to
us
get
and
that
want us
in.
to talk about.
Yeah,
Exactly.
For sure. For sure.
That's good. So we're intentional about that.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the whole purpose. What are they becoming?
Right. All right. So let me give you all a little background, of course, on communication.
Okay.
Y'all know that's me, of
Yeah.
course.
Of
So,
course.
I have it jotted down just with you in mind.
Mm.
Yes.
Come on, audience.
So-
Get your notes out. You know how that go. Get
Get your
pen and
notes
paper.
tonight. You need your notes tonight.
Okay.
All right. So, what is communication? What is communication?
What is it?
It is
Mm-hmm.
imparting or exchanging of information, of news, and the act of giving, receiving, and sharing information.
Mm-hmm.
So, really, in other words, it's talking, it's writing, listening, it's reading, and good people who communicate, well, I should say good communicators, they listen carefully,
Mm.
they speak or they write clearly,
Mm-hmm.
and they also, this is the catcher and the big one, they respect different opinions.
Oh,
Mm.
nice.
So they are ones who really know how to really agree sometimes to disagree.
Okay.
So when communication usually occurs, it typically happens in 4 ways.
Okay.
All right, 4
Let me-
ways.
let me
Wait,
take
So
notes.
jot this
Look at
down.
me.
Yeah.
Get my
Let's
pen.
Four ways.
Right. Here we go.
We grabbing our pen.
Right.
Okay. Teach us on tonight.
Right.
So
Yes.
what I am doing right now, I am speaking, right? So that is what? Verbal.
Verbal.
Verbal. So that's number 1.
All
Verbal.
right.
Okay.
All right. So the next one, what I am doing, nonverbal.
Mm.
The third one is I am looking into the camera visually. So
Okay.
that is visual.
All right.
And what they are actually doing as I am talking is writing.
Okay.
So that is the fourth one. Okay.
All right.
So we have verbal, nonverbal, visual, and writing.
Okay.
Okay.
So people very often they take communication for granted. They really do, and the different ways that we actually communicate to as well. So communicators are constantly exchanging information, meaning people always seem to either be receiving or giving or sharing something. That is always, we
Right.
can't
That's
get
true.
around communication.
Mhm.
So even in our relationships, we're always giving, we're always sharing. We're always, sometimes we're either writing or things of that nature.
Right.
So something that is, of course, we're totally us unscripted. They don't even know this, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
have pre-planned this.
Okay.
We're going to do something for you all today together. We are actually going to participate in a different form of Would You Rather. I know you all probably have heard of the Would You Rather game.
Yes.
So I am going to ask them some questions.
I don't know why I always got to be the one to look at both of y'all. See, I talked about this last time. And here we go.
It's
Next
okay.
show. Prime time. Here we
It's
go.
okay.
So we're going to play the game, but it's all in reference to communication.
Oh,
all right.
okay.
So would you rather?
Okay.
All
Let's do
right.
it. Here we
So
go.
let's answer these questions, you all.
All right. We're ready.
All right. So stick to the question.
Okay.
Would you rather us as friends, or it could be someone else too, but would you rather us sit down and talk about something, or would you rather write a note? So would you rather us sit down and talk or write a note?
I prefer talking because, like you said, there's a lot of ways in which we communicate. And so I appreciate nonverbals to be able to see if what a person is saying actually matches what, like the emotion and things like
Mhm.
that. So I would rather to sit down and have a conversation.
Okay.
I would rather do neither. But if I have to pick one,
Yes, would you rather?
I would rather, as I have grown a lot, have the conversation versus reading.
Okay.
But I don't mind writing either.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, I don't
That's good
mind
to
writing.
know.
I probably write it first, let the person read
Mhm.
it, and then we talk about it.
Oh, okay.
All
That's,
right.
that's
Yeah.
a good. That's a
Yeah.
good tip.
Yeah,
And
because sometimes,
Mhm.
trying to express something verbally may not, if I write it first
Yeah.
and then have a conversation to give clarity.
But that's great. Like if you're a strong writer, like
Yeah.
that's a really great way of approaching it. Like you get to clarify your thoughts first before you actually have the verbal. Because I think sometimes what causes people not to have the sit down conversations is, or not they don't have it, but what hinders, right, or causes like a breakdown is when they haven't taken the time to really think about what they need to say.
Right.
Which is kind of what I was going to allude to, because me, I like to do both. I want to sit down and I want to talk, but I like to sit down first before I talk to the individual.
Mm-hmm.
I like to jot down everything because I'm very careful with my words, and I want to sit with it first before I communicate it.
Yeah,
that's good.
So that's good. All right.
All right.
So our next would you rather.
Oh, boy.
All right. I have a couple more.
Okay.
Beautiful. We're in for it.
All right.
You sound so excited.
Really excited. Yeah. About y'all. These are the things I like to do. So that's right there.
I keep trying to tell them.
Right.
It's coming out. All right. So would you rather bring a trusted person into the conversation that you're having, or would you rather it just be you and I, or you and someone else? Do you feel the need to have a trusted person there or not? So would you rather bring a trusted person into the conversation that you're having, or would you rather it just be you and I, or that person?
For me, it depends.
Yeah.
It depends on whether or not the person that I'm talking to has the spirit of lying on them. Because when you meet with someone one-on-one, they could say you said whatever, and it could be true or it could be false.
Right.
Or if that person themselves is not a very trustworthy person, or they have like anger issues or things like that, then I would maybe want to pull somebody in to be able to kind of, help to mediate and things like that. So for me, it would depend on who the person is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was going to say too. Like, it depends on the situation. Yeah, because I'm kind of like you. I don't know, you lie up and stuff.
Right.
I need somebody that'll hear what I'm
say.
saying. If you got the spirit of extraness.
Right.
Right. But sometimes it may not call for somebody to
right, exactly.
So I think it's dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends for me, the situation too as well. But generally, I would rather it just be you and I. Now, if it's a conversation, like I said, a situation needed where it involves all of us or a couple of people, then yeah, let's bring everybody in so that we can specifically say
we need
and
to
communicate what it is that needs to be said.
Yeah.
But generally,
because that'll alleviate the who said this.
The who said
well,
that.
when I was with you, then let's everybody talk about it together.
Yeah, so we can make sure we're
get it clear.
Right.
Let's get it clear.
And you hear it from the individual's mouth. Yes.
Yeah, we don't do a good job with that.
No, clear communication.
No, as people,
as far as like, bringing people together to be able to be like, what was said, you know what I mean? Like we just kind of go back and forth. But anyway,
I agree. But that's part of
communication. And knowing how to communicate and making sure you say things the right way too as well. And also making sure once we're done with this conversation, we're done with the conversation. We don't got to bring it back up.
Right.
It's done.
Yeah, we don't have to keep talking about it
over and over again.
We clear that up.
Okay,
but that's when you know that it isn't clear.
Right.
when they keep
When
That
it keeps
it's
coming
still
back up.
bothering someone.
Yeah.
When it keeps
We
coming
really
back up.
didn't.
God,
deal
that
with it.
just blessed me. Hallelujah.
Ooh.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. Because that means it kind of like you said,
It's not
hasn't,
clear.
it's not clear.
And we
it
got to
hasn't
keep talking
settled.
about it.
Right.
Right.
It
You
hasn't
did
settled.
not identify truly with how it impacted me or how I
Mhm.
felt.
Right.
And so I'm bringing it back
This
up
is
for you
good.
to be able
Yeah.
to connect with. No, you didn't get it.
No.
You didn't.
Yeah, somebody,
Yeah.
somebody missed
Something.
it.
And,
Yep.
and then if it continuously, and we've discussed it so many times, and you really just didn't get my view, then maybe, as we said, you might need to bring a trusted individual in to
Right.
help assist.
Definitely.
And then I know sister and I, we can go further places.
Oh,
to where
absolutely.
And you
there
know,
may be something else going on,
You know,
or your chemical
that's what I was-
imbalance.
Right.
I was gonna say that, and from a education standpoint,
Right.
it may be a little
Learning,
comprehension shortness,
Exactly.
a little learning
Yes.
disability that
Yes.
it was either already there or you didn't know you had it.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah, it
it's
could be a number of
and it
things.
continues to show up. So
We just help them.
all right.
It's
We
some
open
of y'all,
This
you
is
know,
intentional living,
Yeah.
communication.
your communication.
Right.
also.
So the principle here is if you have had that conversation and it still keeps coming up, especially with couples, like if
Mhm.
and I hear this from husbands a lot. Well, we dealt with it. We talked about it. I thought it was done. But if she keep bringing it back up, it means that something is missing. Like she doesn't feel like you connected or you really understood how it impacted her. So maybe, we do need another conversation.
Yeah,
If it
and
keeps
you
coming
may
up.
need to
That's
bring
true.
somebody else in so that you can pinpoint.
Right.
Because maybe
What-
just you both are not getting
Right.
to that
Yeah.
source.
Yeah.
And the root matters.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
The root really does matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good
Okay.
stuff.
So would you rather, I have two more.
Okay.
These are the last two.
These are good.
Yeah.
Would you rather
Mm-hmm.
talk when it's fresh, or would you rather talk after an agreed cool down period?
Oh, that's good. That's so
God.
good.
You
And it's so
rather.
loaded. Okay, so I am an internal processor. And so what that means is I have to think things through. It has to make sense to me. And I also have to figure out how I'm going to approach the conversation.
Okay.
So sometimes for me, dealing with things in the immediacy, you probably won't get the best version of me, or you won't get my best way of communicating. Because if I'm heightened, like emotionally, first and foremost, I'm no good communicating. And then also I need to process and think things through internally. So for me, I can deal with things in the immediate, but it's not going to be the best version of my communication style. Yeah.
That was good.
What's the
That was
question?
really good. The question was, would you rather talk when something is fresh, or would you rather wait when there's an agreed, so you and your friend, you and your partner, family member, whomever, we've come to an agreed time.
That's good.
Agreed.
That's
Cool
the
down
key.
period.
I
Yeah,
probably
you have
need
to.
the agreed time.
Okay.
Because I think, sometimes my sister just like, and sometimes you just like,
Right.
but I need to think and process first.
Right.
Because if I respond right then, depending on the
Mhm.
situation and what's going on, if I respond in my tension,
Right.
in my outer body experience space,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely not going to be a good thing.
Right.
Because I internalize a lot. So first of all, it take a lot for me to even respond, because I'm going to look at you like this. Because now my mind may be saying one thing and my physical emotion may want to do another. So I'm just trying to, let me wait till we agree on another time to talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
A cool down period. And I think that's good to have.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Okay.
This is so good. Wait.
Okay.
So let's go back to the agreed upon time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Why is that so important? It's so important because when you leave people in the middle of a heightened conversation, many people will feel abandoned. They will feel rejected by you.
Okay.
And so that's why it's important to say, Give me until tomorrow
Okay.
at 6. I'm gonna give you a call and we can pick this back up.
And
Right.
then you don't leave them
abandon
hanging
them. Yes.
either. So it's a time period.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
And that's
So
good.
you know that you're going to respond.
Right. I'm not leaving you. I'm not
Right.
abandoning you. I'm not rejecting you in this
No.
moment. I just need a minute for my own process.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's a
that's
good
good.
tip for you all too.
That was a tip for me.
Yeah.
Give a time frame.
Yeah, give a time
When I
frame,
need to
a
talk
cool
back
down
to you.
period.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of times, and I know you know this, Sharita, in education, we give like cool down passes to some of our students.
Get you this
who
little
need
hot
it.
pass
And
and
yeah.
go sit in the
Yeah.
corner for a minute.
And even us as adults, sometimes
Yeah.
we need those too.
We need a hot
Oh,
pass.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we do.
And so from a physiological perspective,
Mhm.
I know you didn't
That's
ask,
good.
but I'm going to say it.
yes.
But from
We
a
covered-
physiological perspective,
Yeah.
if your heart rate is over 100 beats per minute, don't talk. Don't have the conversation
Mhm.
because you're not thinking from your rational brain.
Mhm.
You're thinking from more of an irrational,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
survival mode
Yes.
type of space, right?
Mhm.
And so I'm not getting the best version of you, and you're not getting the best
Yeah.
version of me. So
Right.
let's not continue to
Because it's not going to end
on
well.
10
Mhm.
and continue this conversation. Like,
Yeah.
and again, with couples, especially, I see this all the time. Like, they just keep going at it. And it's just like, no, pause,
Mhm.
stop,
Yeah.
please break. Like, everybody go to their own corner
Yeah.
and figure out when you're going to meet again. But you'll hear people say, well, the Bible says, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Agreed. But you can also schedule the
Right.
time to pick back up.
Yeah,
This
that's
isn't
good.
good right now.
Yeah.
I don't want us to just leave each other out here just thinking and coming to our own conclusions. But let's pick this up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's a part of communication.
It is.
If I have shut off listening,
That part.
then I can't be a hearer and a doer.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
There's so many pieces to communication, and we do this on a daily basis. So this right here, this is good and this is needed. And I'm glad you brought that up about the heart rate, because that is true. It's a powerful moment.
Yeah.
So
You're trying to
at
protect
that
yourself.
moment, you're
Yeah,
trying to
Yeah.
protect.
Yeah.
Oh, protect the fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay. Not gonna go there. Come back. Going into that mode.
Can you breathe?
All right, let me breathe. No, that is good.
That
Because
was
if you
good.
care about the relationship, and even if you
Yeah.
really don't care about a relationship, you should have a heart to just care about people in general.
Yeah.
So if you care about people, put these things in place because it helps make better communication.
Yeah.
Me and Carol do it. Because sometimes she be yelling and screaming, hollering at me. And then I be like, give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Or she get mad at me and she don't even say nothing, like, all right then, bye.
Mm.
Sisters just don't even answer.
No, but she just
No
don't
answer.
even-
We
No
get no
worries.
answer.
No worries. But yeah, that's me. I just get quiet. I'll talk to you later.
And what's crazy, I think all of us are kind of the same with that. We just get quiet.
We just get quiet. Okay,
Look.
I'll talk to you later. Because
Yeah.
we don't want to say anything to hurt each other's feelings because we care that much
Mhm.
about each other.
Yeah.
Have we ever? Yes. Yes. But that's not the right way, the right thing to do.
We learn from our ways.
Right.
We
right.
turn from our
Ooh.
I feel this power.
Yeah. Because
Turn
here's,
from our wicked ways.
I used to be that person. Like right when it happened, I used to be like, okay, we got to talk about this. Da, 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 da. It's not doing any good. No, we need a cool down period.
Yeah.
I need to
Good.
breathe.
This is good.
So-
Except me.
Yeah, help it. All right. Next, our last would you rather.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
These were good,
I
Carol.
know.
Okay. We see you.
Okay. I'm glad I did. So, would you rather the conversation be just direct, or do you need to be warmed up for the conversation?
So
Mm.
I take a liver sandwich approach to
Okay.
communication usually, and so everybody likes bread, right? Usually, and so I normally would start with the bread, appreciation, gratitude, the person, how lovely they are, how much they mean to me, and then I go into the liver because the liver then is the part that we have to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't really want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mama used to make me eat liver. I don't have to do that anymore. Thank you, Jesus. But right, because they said it had a lot of iron in it, right? And so, excuse me. And then you end with the bread. So I start with the bread and I end with the bread. And so the liver is in the middle. We got to deal with this. We got to talk this through. But I'm going to end it with what I appreciate you. I love you. I honor you. And I don't want us to not do this relationship, friendship, whatever, well. So yeah, I kind of take that approach as much as I can.
All right. Okay. Me knowing who I am, I probably need to be warmed up.
Okay.
Because it's depending on what you coming to say to me. Now, some things I can take directly, but I need to be warmed up. Maybe I need the liver sandwich approach. Give me some bread, then hit me, then let's go ahead and patch it on up.
Okay.
But if you kind of boom right at me, don't blindside me.
Okay.
Yeah, don't blindside me like I'm looking at you. What happened? Well, because I don't really know what you coming at me about. So that is then when I'm
shut down.
That's it for me. Because now, first of all, you know what you're talking about. Most of the time, what are you saying? Oh, I didn't even know. So that's, Okay, all right. Well, I guess
what about me?
What about you?
What about me? Well, for me, I'm different, I know. But I'm a warm-up person, so I start with the caring piece. But I also have to end with some type of results. Of where we're going or where we're moving, what we're moving towards. So in the conversation, definitely have to warm up. But they know. They're like, all right, Carol, let's get to it.
Solution focused.
I'm very solution focused. I know that can be a bad thing at times.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It may cause both not to sleep, but
but I need to know that, okay, we're working together toward something at the end of it.
Yeah.
And if we're not on the same page, then we got to figure
it
out.
And that also speaks to like commitments too. Like, what do you commit to do different or, things like that.
Right. All right. So I do have some other questions for you all. I just wanted to get the little would you rather.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So one good
about 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Since we have 3 more minutes, I can probably get to maybe I'll just try one.
Yeah.
All right. What is your pet peeve when it comes to communication? What is your pet peeve?
When people don't accept responsibility for what they have done.
Okay.
When people operate from a place of excuses, for me, it's difficult for me to excuse myself, meaning that I'm the person that's going to say, I did that. Maybe I got it wrong, but I did it. I'm a firm believer in owning and taking ownership for whether it's a shortcoming, whether it's a misunderstanding or whatever. And so it really irritates me when people are not able to own and take responsibility for what they have done or said.
That's good.
Yeah. I think what my pet peeve is don't accuse me or put off like I'm the problem. When kind of like you said, it was actually you. But now you want to throw it off, and then it becomes a problem because now you're trying to figure out how you're gonna make it somebody else. When I know it was you, like I know it's you. Stop it. Like just tell the truth. I can't stand a liar.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I think that irks all of us.
I can't stand a liar.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it down.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Oh God. Well, let me say mine really quick. When you're in a position, whether it's leadership or what have you, and you never are the one to actually address the situation. So you don't ever want to communicate it, but you want to send someone else to always do it. That's a pet peeve of mine. We should be able to, talk about it. You should be able to talk and tell and share. So I'll leave it at that because I know we're running out of time.
Well, guess what?
So
we'll
good.
come back the following week and
Oh,
we're going to
yeah.
finish this conversation and
We
add
have
on to it.
Yeah.
We have
So
to.
hopefully you got some tips tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
this
thank
was
you
good.
for joining us.
Thank you.
Have one thing that you tried to fix when we come to this next show. With your
Don't forget.
And we
All
love
right.
you. Guess what? Totally us.
All
All right.